Hello, hello. We are back with Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. We're going on, last stream, no, not last stream, last stream was something else, but last week, we started Turnabout Reminiscence. I was pronouncing it oh my, how? I was pronouncing it Turnabout Reminisce. There we go, that's it. And I realized today, like, an hour before stream, that I was pronouncing it wrong. It's Reminiscent, oh my god. I hate this word. Reminiscence. And I'm just going to ignore the title of that Turnabout for the rest of time. I don't know, because I hate it. I said before that, I would not be playing this game today if I was still sick. And I'm still sick. But we're still here, so... Whoops. I thought I was feeling better earlier today. I thought I was feeling better, my throat felt great. And then I took a nap. And then I woke up and my throat was hurting again. So, well, that's, unfortunate. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. If I remember correctly, when it comes to the previous turnabouts, the first stopping point takes the longest to get to, but the ones that come after that typically don't take as long to get to. And so I'm hoping that that's also true for this turnabout, and will be good, because the voices that I'm gonna do are going to absolutely destroy my throat. Well, let's get into it. Let's continue. Oh yes, what happened last time? So, we're in the past. This is the story of how Edgeworth and Gumshoe met Kay Faraday. And also, Von Karma is here. It's also how Gumshoe and Edgeworth met for the first time. And what happened last time was, Kay's dad is dead. And also a witness, no, he wasn't a witness, he was on trial, he was the defendant, for murder. And he accused Kay's dad of being the Yatagarasu, who's a very famous thief. And then they were both found dead. One of them had a gunshot wound, and the other had a stab wound, and they were both dead, and they were each holding the other weapon. And so everybody kind of assumed, hey, they must have stabbed and shot each other. And then Edgeworth accidentally proved that that couldn't happen. Well, no, he did it on purpose. The accidental part was now that incriminated Gumshoe, who is now in questioning, and I'm pretty sure that's everything that happened. So here we go. Oh yeah, there's also a guy. I don't know what's up with that guy, but there's a guy here. The guy isn't in any of these. Why is that guy on the couch? And why can that guy not figure out a water fountain? Okay, that is an impressive way to lie down on a couch. And he's saluting through it all. I'm so curious. This guy's just vibing. He's just loving. He's just admiring the craftsmanship of the mini model of the courthouse. Okay. Oh god, voices. Oh no, and Von Karma's voice too, okay. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cotopian Embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial here ends prematurely. Haha, looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think about the murder of the... Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Codapine Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell? What an outrageous circus it has all become! That Faraday brought it all upon himself as his naivety. Naivety. An outrageous circus. Right, sir. I grow weary of... I can't hold it together. What a tongue breaker. Yeah, great time joining. Hello, welcome to the stream. Makes it even better that I'm sick and doing this voice. Okay, welcome to the stream. A murder has taken place, double homicide, and it appears that the men killed each other, and Edgeworth accidentally made it so that Gumshoe was that Gumshoe looks suspicious, and now they think he's the killer. As a German dude, I couldn't do the voice. No. Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider it. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? You're playing the game, suspect everybody to gain time. Yeah, probably, I don't know. The chapter just started. So I don't know. I don't know yet, but that might be where we're going with this. I know that there was already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that he was the one who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. Sure you are, buddy. The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection. Oh, you won't spoil me? Alright, thank you. Oh, thank you for liking my PNG tuber. I made him myself. Did all the drawing and rigging myself. Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is usually a rare opportunity. It's a really rare opportunity, I'm making up words. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? Oh yeah, she's 13! There's a 13-year-old on the damn crime scene. Last time that we were doing this, I literally did math to figure out what age Francisca is, and she's 13! Yeah. God. At least right now it's a riding whip. It's not the whip that she has in current day. But God, Francisca really is a nepo baby. Like, goddamn. Investigating a crime scene, this is not legal. This shit is not legal. But when has Manfred ever cared about legality? If you want to investigate this case that much, then go as you wish. Then you're allowing us to continue. In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, Francisca really likes hitting Phoenix with that whip. Really likes doing it. More so than is it more so than anybody else? I think so. Maybe Gumshoe. Maybe she likes hitting Gumshoe a bit more. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Oh, thank God. I cannot keep up this voice. Edgeworth, Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed. Save the results for your results of your competition. Yes, sir. Of course, Papa. Oh, thank God he's gone. What games did you play before? I've played the Phoenix Wright trilogy. Those are the ones I played. None of the other ones. This is the first game outside of the trilogy that I'm playing. Francisca, thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means the competition is still on. Yeah, it's just as you wished. I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. It's funny thing, actually, related to that. So, you know Pess? You know, Edgeworth's Borzoi dog. When I was playing the trilogy, I assumed that Pess was a canon character. Like, I just thought that she appeared in, like, the Edgeworth games or the Apollo games, and I just didn't know, I just didn't see her yet because, you know, because I hadn't played those games yet. And then I learned that, no, actually, she's just not real. That was funny. Okay, I gotta talk to this guy. Wait, the dog is a lie? Yeah, the dog is a lie! Pess isn't real! It turns out, to my understanding, Pess is, Pess was a headcanon by one of the writers. He had a headcanon that Edgeworth had a dog, and then threw out the name Pess. And then the fandom just ran with it, and then kind of just everybody agreed that Pess was a Borzoi. I'm so sorry I had to be the one to break it to you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Pess isn't real. But she's real in our hearts. She's real in our hearts. Sir, nothing to report, sir! Favorite character? I'm so unique when I say this, it's Edgeworth. It's Edgeworth. I'm so cool and unique, and nobody else has my same opinions. It's Edgeworth. I love Edgeworth. He's great. I love how he's, like, presented as an antagonist, and he kind of is, but I also like how he helps Phoenix in the trilogy. Yeah. I do look like an Edgeworth lover. I don't know whether to take that as an insult or a compliment. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job? Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Take it whatever you like, then I'm gonna look at the positives and I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Then this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream. Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. This officer's sleeping. Let's cut Gumshoe's salary again. Okay, and now you can't figure out a water fountain. I can't stop the water, sir! It seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much. Oh, right! I forgot about the guy that was drinking the water and loved it a bit too much. That guy was weird, and he broke it. Funnily enough, I meet Maya Faye, Francisca twice, or even Von Karma, but no Edgeworth, really, that's surprising. Even a Gordon, wow. And Von Karma. But no Edgeworth. I would think that he'd be, like, probably the second character that someone would want to cosplay. You know, actually, I have a... I'm not using it right now, but I have an Ace Attorney mousepad. It was some fan art that I drew, and then I put it on a mousepad. But it's really small. It's like, you know, a normal small mousepad. I use a desk mat. I like using those better. But I do still have it just in case I can't use the desk mat for some reason. And it's got Phoenix, Edgeworth, Maya, and Gumshoe. An old man with his daughter that was Francisca? That's adorable. I love family cosplays like that. That's so cute. Bunch of fools who pretended to not see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool. Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand? As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, the water-drinking fool's mouth is a thing that officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later. Funny, I sat down at a coffee shop eating disappointed, sit down, drinking coffee. It's funny. Yeah. She sounds like... Aw, Francisca wanted some water. Her throat's dry. I have water, Francisca, but you can't have it because you're not real. I forgot the voice I gave her. I'm gonna talk to Gumshoe first. It wasn't me, I tell you! I didn't do anything wrong! Yes, I understand, so let's just calm down, okay, buddy? I doubt I'll get anything useful from the detective while he's this agitated. God damn it. Hi. What voice did I give you? Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. But Valley Girl? That's what I was thinking, but I don't know how to do a voice like that. I am Francisca Von Karma, and I'm about to become the successor to the family name. About to. Oh God, okay, wait, no, I could do this. About to? Guess that means for now you're still just another kid. Which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. No, that didn't sound right. Hydrate posture. Yeah, no, I have water. It's the posture check, I do need that. But no, don't worry, I'm drinking water. With the state my throat's in right now, I need to drink the water. What? Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. Get breaks. Reading so much out loud is quite a lot. Oh, dude, the last stream that I did of this game, 2.5 hours. No breaks. Just reading out loud different voices the entire time. Yeah, no, that was a bad idea. You ain't fucking human. No, dude, I am human. My throat was destroyed by the end of it. It's fucking hilarious when you get to the end of when you get to, like, near the end of the VOD, when I'm like, come on, can we wrap things up, guys? Guys, can we wrap things up? And I'm like, okay, this is where it's gonna end. To be continued's about to show up. No, I have to talk again! I'm gonna die! It was really funny. Yeah, no, bad idea. Bad idea. Talk like Minnie Mouse? No! I'm terribly sorry, I have a few more questions to ask of you. Are there your eyebrows scrunched with lines on your forehead? And that ask of you? What exactly is so funny? Sorry. Just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. I feel much better now. So what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? I'm gonna guess it's because of the guy. Because the guy was there. I forgot his name, but there's a man that we don't like. Actually... This guy. We don't like this guy. Manny Kochin. We don't like Manny Kochin. He's here, apparently. And he probably did the murders. Yeah, Manny has a horrible name alone. Yeah, no, definitely. We had a little something to discuss. That's all. Detective Bad. So I take it, oh yeah, the guy that Mr. Mackerel killed, quote killed, he probably did the killing, yeah. His name was Dead Man. That was his name. His parents hated him. So, I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad. Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. I like Detective Bad. I really like Detective Bad. I hope he's not a murderer. Decrease Station? What does it say about you? Okay. There's crabs on a train. You've heard of snakes on a plane. Now get ready for crabs on a train. To be honest, no idea what it means. Yeah, so basically how I came up with that is I kind of have a thing with crabs. I don't know. I got a toy crab once, and I created a story with it. And I also had a lobster, and he was in the story too. And so then I started being associated with my friends and family with crabs. And so when I was picking a username, I decided to go with crustaceans. And I like rhyming. And so what rhymes with crustacean? Station. And the reason why it's the Crustacean Station and not just Crustacean Station is because the Crustacean Station was taken on Instagram. Crabs on a train? You mean like the trolley problem, but I voluntarily drive into a wall to kill off the crabs? Sure, if that's what you want to do with that. No, so yeah, that's the reason for the name. Actually, the PNG tuber guy in the little corner of the screen, his name is Amble. So if you want to use that instead of decrustation station, because it is a bit of a mouthful. That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Oh, thank you. I thought it was just kind of random. I actually have a crab on my desk. I'll call you Krusty, don't worry. Okay. Sure, yeah. You could do that. I have a crab on my desk. He's on top of a lamp. He isn't the original crab, though. I didn't want to take the original crab to college, so he's just at my house, not here. But I do have a crab with me. Do I have any other crabs? I do have another crab, right. I have a little crab that holds cables. He's meant to hold, like, charging cables, but he's, like, very light, so he always just falls off tables and stuff whenever I try to do anything with that. So he just holds on to my, laptop cord. Not laptop. Keyboard. God. He holds onto the keyboard cord. Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about! I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? Makes sense. The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kinda creepy. I'm with you on this, Edgeworth, actually. That is kinda creepy. No, it's fine. People grieve in their own way, I guess. I don't know. Wounded pride is kind of a weird way to describe the state of the man who was supposed to protect your dead sister. That's kind of not great. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday... I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. Time of the murder. You claim that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad. But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do. That's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being really threatening, and he dragged Mr. Well away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. What did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some... That sleeps through the kill? Yeah, no, it's probably that guy's fault. Well, you can see his arm right there. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Okay, so she doesn't like him. She doesn't like Bad. Which makes sense, I mean... He was supposed to protect her dead sister. Bloody when she's not laughing. Her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. Mackerel, I love fish. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He just made that up. He made it up. Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras. Now, there's no footage of him sneaking into the Cotopian embassy itself. Which words from that you, especially if someone that has interface of shoe shiner and leather oil. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew he was not the real Yatagarasu, and that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job it is to cover for criminals. Oh, buddy, no. No, buddy. It's fine, you'll learn the truth of that in, like, I don't know, like 5 years. I don't know when the main game takes place. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Von Karmas. I don't believe it. You're serious! Why did you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. And Yatagarasu. Monsieur, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies, The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives? You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? She had that coming. I'm sorry, Francisca, but you had that coming. Francisca, be careful about who you whip. Who's cat? There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. That just now was hilarious, little Missy. Of course it was. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight? And so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely, in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and, like, kind of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds just like another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way, too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now, thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Okay, now I can talk to him. Hey? Hey? Do not put words that I have never said in my mouth. Do not. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch! As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't. You said them indirectly. No, I didn't. I did not. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, we should find out that you are the killer. There will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. Nah, Edgeworth, you know that's not true. That's right! Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will ya? I would have done so even if had you not requested me to, detective. Hey, what's the motive? So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech. I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere schoolchild. During recess, what were you doing, pal? You claimed to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive order to do so and from whom? Earlier, at around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. And yet something did happen to him, correct? It sounds like he was a totally... it looks like it was a total waste of manpower to us. Why am I giving her Edgeworth's voice? It sounds like it was... Good question, why did you decide to become a streamer? Krusty, thank you for that. Just cause. I don't really have that big of a reason. Just cause. I don't know. It was kind of like in the back of my mind for a bit, and then my laptop started being really shitty, and so I got a PC, and I decided, hey, you know what, might as well, while I have a PC, might as well try it out. And so I did, and now I'm here. Looks like it was a total waste of manpower. Why am I giving her Edgeworth's voice? God. This is not Edgeworth, this is Francisca. This is not a 20-year-old man, this is a 13-year-old girl. Oh yeah, no, the ads are annoying. It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty. Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip, pal. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Alright, what's next? Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope. Not a thing, pal. In that case, allow us to take a look at what you're carrying on your personage. Ah! Wait! You can't do that! Alright, Gumshoe, what do you have? Oh, nothing, apparently. There's nothing of any particular value here. Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Hands off, pal! Just show it to us already. Yow! Annual bonus check within $5 total. Except there is no check inside. You've had your look, now give it back, pal! It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me, now give it back! Don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later. Okay, don't be mean, Francisca. Yeah. Let's cut Gumshoe's salary again. Look at you! Oh, we're literally just taking it from him. I'm sorry, but I need to take him for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait, since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I asked that you wait a second. Salary. Doesn't he pay to work? Dude, he might. He fucking, like, at the time of the Phoenix Wright games, at least, no, at the start of the beginning of the Edgeworth games, it seems like he probably, like, totally does pay to work. The amount of times that Edgeworth cuts his salary isn't legal. Officer, I asked that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Okay. Why am I looking at the bookshelf? No, I don't want to look at the bookshelf. I've already looked at the bookshelf. Why am I looking at the bookshelf? Can I stop looking at the bookshelf? Please! Fried oysters? Why are we talking about fried oysters? Yeah, some foolish. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Okay, okay, when the crime occurred, okay, how do I reconfirm that, Did I just ask him about the testimony? The bookshelf 2 seconds ago. Okay, present, T. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake about it, pal. Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct? Yep, not a single ant passed through the hall while I was on duty. You do realize the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Okay, buddy, you don't need to do that to me. I'm straightening my posture, I'm straightening it. Oh. But it's true! I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill 2 guys that's beyond what I can even imagine. He's probably right. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Hey! Baby K! Oh my god! Hey! Why did you do that? Oh my god! Dude! Say just... 10 minutes? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Okay. God. Yeah, maybe I should probably take a break for a bit, but... Oh my god! Kay, what was that? Why did she do that? Why are children so random all the time? Paul Cruncher. No! And there she goes! And there she goes. Bye, Kay. How could you have not noticed that coming? Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? She doesn't have her balloon anymore! Thanks, that's exactly what I needed. Kids can sometimes be so cruel. Looks like she dropped something. Swiss roll dropped by the mysterious young girl says courthouse special on it. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all I needed out of this man. Now, for Detective Bad and the judge. Oh yeah, there's the judge. You have to confirm who's correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next, then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Francisca? I did it! September 10th, District Court Lobby Hallway. Okay. I'll take a break now, just for a bit. I don't have a break screen, so I'm just gonna... The bottom part of the judge is weird? Yeah. Yes, break. Yeah, I'll be... I don't know how long I'll be gone for, but just for a bit. I'm just gonna take a break. Probably like maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes max? Not for very long, just enough time. Okay. Break time. I'm back. I took break. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay. We're back! Detective Bad. Okay, I have to remember how I did his voice, because I kept fucking it up the last stream. So, no, that's not it. I can't think of- Okay. So, did you see anything else? That's not it. I did it really good last time. Like, a couple times I did his voice really good. I don't quite remember how I did it, though. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't have to do. I need to move on. Italian? Really? I've been watching too many mob movies. Maybe I don't need to watch Casino for a third time. I want to make some good pizza. I don't remember how I did her voice. I know, I think when I was doing her voice, I don't know, was it sounding more Brooklyn? I don't know. I was just kind of doing a voice. And the funny thing about Yu's voice, is the way that I was able to do it is I can only do it by, like, stroking my hair. I don't know, I just kind of have to get into the character, I guess, and it just felt like a thing you would do. So that was the only way I was able to do her voice. Maybe that's what I have to do for Bad. I have to get into the character. Okay. I'll try that. I'll try it on his next line. No, I don't think so. I see. Oh, thank you. Thanks for your cooperation. No, I gotta get back into the character. Nah, work. Maybe you should fuck up your voice. I know. Okay, I'm gonna stop drinking water. That's how I'll do it. That's how I'll do Bad's voice. I'll just stop drinking water. Maybe I should smoke a cigarette. Maybe that'll make me do Bad's voice. I don't have any cigarettes, but maybe I can make something work. Shouldn't! Oh, shouldn't! I got that. No, it's fine. No, I'll drink water. That was a joke. Protect your house. I have smoked for a long time. You're not wrong. Say, well, thanks for your cooperation. I can't do his voice. Oh, it's gonna bother me not being able to do his voice. Okay, no, I'll figure it out. Just every time I do one of Bad's voice, I'll try to do his voice a little bit differently, and eventually I'll get it to sound right. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. I don't know why I'm doing the judge's voice like this. I just did it last stream. I didn't realize he was gonna be a reoccurring character. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, detective. No, I'm giving a Gumshoe voice. I did the judge's voice differently. It sounded less like Gumshoe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I gotta tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see, Mr. Oh, God. I did not read that. Did that go on its own? I don't click anything. I think that just went on its own. I didn't get any of that. I did my Kong. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Now don't say that about your family name, Edgeworth. Oh! Very well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright, after all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I'll need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements. Alright. Investigation time. I'll talk to the judge. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Gotta go. Alright. Big streamers from Israel LLC are really more entertaining. I don't know why. Small passion streamers like you are really entertaining. I have a fifth sense for streamers that are gonna have a nice, moderate, big community. Oh, thank you! I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming by. Goodbye. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It was nice having you here. Okay. Do you expect me? Suspect me of something? Hydrate. Okay, yep. Posture. Got it. Keep your passion glow. Thank you. No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well. You may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Well, do I have news for you, Edgeworth? Do I have news for you? Okay, time of the murder. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get out to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. I think that may be a design flaw of the men's restroom. When I was going into the restroom, that detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please, let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what my finely owned judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Ho ho ho. Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm gonna find out from His Honor. Okay, no, I'm calling it now. Edgeworth was buying... Not Edgeworth. Edgeworth is right here. Gumshoe. Gumshoe was buying the snack for Kay. And then he was kneeling down to give Kay the snack, or, I don't know, maybe Kay kicked him in the balls like he did to Edgeworth. Either way, for whatever reason, Gumshoe was crouched down, and that's what happened. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Oh, anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Okay. Can I investigate the ants? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Yes, of course. Cactus! Ugh. What's the matter? I pricked myself on one of these cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit in the head by one of these? Anyways, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on the windowsill is completely related. Oh. Is it? Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related. Me too. I don't know where he's going with that. What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. The balloon! That's how the cactus is related? Oh no, that's what happened to Kay's balloon. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, I see it's a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there is a litterer running loose inside this courthouse is simply unforgivable. It's not like I was the one who littered. Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. Don't do it again! Francisca! The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. If you want to carry the mighty Von Karman name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard just like these ants. The same goes for you, Francisca. Okay, why is the window open? So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom. I can't see it. At your height, I'm not surprised. You're short. I shouldn't say anything, I'm 5'2". You're short! I guess short people have feelings. Edgeworth! God, man! Okay. I think I got everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay, can I make any connections? Maybe with the cactus and the balloon? Yeah, here it is. This pink rubbery substance, I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon. I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. I love our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. Okay. Yeah, Gumshoe was not like, this guy is not visible from the window. Okay, he's destined for fingerprints. I was right. Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. I guess we know all the players in this case then, huh? It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. What about you, bud? Did you find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more. Oh, that's why Gumshoe was knelt down. That's why he was knelt down. He dropped his money. Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. No, wait, this seems very relevant, actually. It seems very relevant. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Okay, let's see if I can get this voice right. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigative authority. Dude, I'm with Bad on this one, I don't think you do. Detective Gumshoe... So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here, Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know. I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me. A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Shoot her. No, don't do that. Don't do that. He thinks you're gonna. Hold it. Francisca, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered the hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad. That he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. Look at him, he was so ready for his job. And around what time did all that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway. Not once. And how can you make such a claim? One of the guards out on this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2 just as I suspected. You and we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I am still missing some key pieces of information. The gunshot? Did you hear it? You probably should have. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. Makes sense, they are right next door. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. That's when we discovered the bodies. In that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve or else. You wave that thing around anymore? Whoa, is Detective Bad the first person to dodge? I think Detective Bad just became, like, my favorite character. Second favorite character. Edgeworth is still number 1, but... Wow! He was the only person to ever dodge. Now I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. You put it there! Just joking. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? We already know the place he heard the gunshot. He heard it when he was in the lobby, or the defendant lobby number 1. Situation around the gunshot, let's do that. I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add. Well, his testimony certainly corroborates with what Miss Yu said. Miles, you already asked him about that, remember? Okay, I didn't know. Okay, yeah, something else. The time you heard the gunshot. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of recess. The trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. Just as I thought that, bang! Sound of the gunshot hit my eardrums. So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Good to know. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste. Hold it! Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing. I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones that said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. Okay. So we're asking for their cooperation, so are we just gonna talk to them more? Find something, $5 bill. No. Okay, maybe I have to present some more things. We already know about that. Balloon piece. The annual bonus. What would I ask him about? KG8? KG8 incident. I heard that you were involved in this case as well. Yeah. That's all you have to say. It was an unpleasant case that I don't wish to recall. There are a lot of regrets I'll never forget related to that. Regrets I'll take to the grave. Does he really have that many regrets? On the other hand, thinking back on what I know, I suppose he just might. Yeah, about you constantly making fun of him for the death of her sister. Goddamn. Okay, evidence. Okay, no, this isn't related. What a narcissist. Don't trust your eyes all the time, little girl. I can see the evidence. Keep an eye on the two of you with this mirror. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have anything to say. Let's move on. Okay, do I have anything else to ask him about? Handgun? Maybe not. Crime scene notes? Maybe the crime scene notes. No, no, not about the crime scene notes. Okay, maybe we have to ask the forensics people. That's probably what we have to do. Okay, so I don't think we can ask either. Okay, no, here we go. This is what we're supposed to look at. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk and court like these beef jerks. 1 pack for $9. Defendant's fresh milk, 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as a Swiss do until the end of these, for $6. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll that little girl dropped is from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. Probably. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end of these. The end of what? I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess? You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh? I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2, after all. They come in packs of 2? She only dropped 1. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. Oh, what didn't Kay, didn't she ask for, I was a week ago, I don't really remember, but didn't she ask for change of $1? I think she asked for, like, I think she asked for she asked for $1 in change. No. Let me rephrase. She asked for us to turn her change into $1. And Gumshoe had $5 in cash. Oh, so Gumshoe bought the Swiss roll for her. Oh, I love Gumshoe. Oh my god. Aww. Okay. If you want, we could pool our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Do I have to look at all of these? God, I have to look at all of them, don't I? Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? I bet it means the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now, or... No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from various defendants. What? Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious. Of course not. Orange juice. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence? Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice will be for long. Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice might not be so bad. Hot dog. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Looks like the slogan was decided through public contest, and the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne? Winston Payne? What are you doing here? What a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. Now if it were up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty, dogs. Objection! Overruled! They're such siblings. Oh my goodness, I like it when they act like siblings. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see. Objection! Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? Do you really think that they put that much effort into a product name? Even a foolish fool can understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. Acting so foolishly, I got thoroughly mad and now utterly famished. If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person, Are we gonna buy Francisca some beef jerky? Then let the prosecutor and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. Sounds like it's directed at the ham of a judge. Well, it certainly isn't directed at me, and I can outmaneuver him any day. Okay. Is that everything? Is that everything to examine? Yeah. I just realized that the title of the vending machine is Fast Foods and Milk. Okay. Sure, guys. Doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area. I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Okay. 2-window vending machine, Oh yeah, so that's why he was kneeling down to get the thing. No, I investigated all of this. Nope, well. Can I go in here? I cannot go in here. We already went in there. Can I go in here? I cannot go in there. He's making a most ridiculous looking face. That may be, but at least it doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose. I suppose, but to Avant Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight. Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime. You can already tell from a distance, and why are you wasting your time examining it? Francisco, let's not try to rush absolute genius. Okay. We're looking somewhere else, for anything contradictory. I thought I was gonna investigate the thing on the ground. I think that's what I have to examine, I just don't know how to examine it. Oh! How long was that there? Ants are pouring out this hole in the bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue that gross line of thought. I'm sorry. Hand. The dirt on this bench smells like some sort of sweet substance. Can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame! Calm down, Francisca. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be, which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. I see, and then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. I've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And, do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh? Interesting. Good work, officer. And we got the Detective Gumshoe fingerprint. So Gumshoe and Kay split the Swiss roll. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. We sure do, Francisca! That was the most important thing we got out of this. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. And now, the Swiss roll. What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. That detective, he claims not a single ant slipped by him, and yet here's a whole hill of them. What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the look of the sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. Duh! It wasn't me that dropped the food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. Duh! Francisco really likes abusing people. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell things like that? It may not seem like the right venue, however it is being sold right over there. The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6! Talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside. The fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I? You didn't do anything. Detective Gumshoe may have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. And that's also why the guy didn't see him. How could he not have cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, you're looking at every suspicious nook and cranny. Oh, I know what to do. It is! For his bonus. Eureka! About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? Another pay cut for Gumshoe. If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? It's because K made up the difference. Yay! Investigation complete! I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here. Well, I do too. Sure you do. Alright, Francisca. Would you care to share the conclusions you've come to? Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. Here we go. We're at the courtroom number 3. I really hope that this is the last thing before the end of this chapter in it, because my throat hurts. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. The judge did it! Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before Von Karma. Silence in the courtroom, silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by my friend, the genius prosecutor made to run— oh my god. You bit your tongue again, didn't you? As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You could even place me under oath if you want. Very well, then. Your testimony, if you please. Here we go. Edgeworth versus the judge. During the recess, I, went to the restroom. Okay, so... courtyard. That's a really weird courtyard. It's a really weird courtyard. I'm also noticing that there is only a men's restroom. is like, like, is the women's restroom on the other side of the building or something? There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machine. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. As a detective that goes missing while on duty, that sounds mighty suspicious to me! Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. Sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to spoil your fun now. Okay, what evidence am I going to use? Yeah, you went to the restroom, that's fine. What evidence will I use? Probably the fingerprints. Probably the fingerprints. Okay. Window on the hallway side, in other words, I could see into the hallway, that's true. Detective buying something from the vending machine, so let's press on this one. Are you sure that person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature, even from far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. I was simply wondering if you're mistaken in what you saw. What? Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently, things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly, his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. Allow me to say, with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw. Okay, he completely disappeared. Pressing on that one. He disappeared, but Your Honor, didn't you just say, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines? Why, yes, I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look, but there was just no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. That detective must have gone into the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point! So he looked into the hallway from the restroom, and over the courtyard, did he? Okay, so I'm thinking I present the fingerprints. Objection! Finger wag. What was the finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Ha! If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. Miles Edgeworth, it's the one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh? Well, that's good. But who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that detective brought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbles and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench. And Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh. But I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? Sure is. It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out that window. You should have seen that one coming, Edgeworth. I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Okay, so he did see it coming. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Hold it. Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value you'd like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Here we go again. What did he remember? What I saw part 2. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry. But honestly, I just thought that sound was just a noise popper until now. Now that he mentions it right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the Right, he did say that. I forgot about that. I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Yeah, okay, we don't need to go through that. The most critical point in the argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Okay, so I gotta ask him about the time. Here we go. Right. Uh-huh. Detail. Press. Your Honor, about what you just said, I know, I could have... Okay, he's just going. He's just going. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one else in the hall. I should know, I looked. There was no one there! This trigger's emotions circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony. Francisca. If I'm correct, this testimony is hardly precision quality. I know that, and that's why I said at this point, I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from his honor. Okay, so I'm just gonna press him on everything. Okay, yes. When did you look? As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into the hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of the prosecutor's paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right. I see! Just as I suspected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you just made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Alright, if you insist. About 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Okay, let's present Bad's testimony. Boom. Objection! Finger wag. What? I cannot allow you to make an objection. What do you mean? What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. You gods, I've been overruled? Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that's simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von... Instead of biting your tongue, why not... Oh, okay, I ain't got that. Eek! I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you need a stepladder or floor to accomplish that. Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Ha! Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said, that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. The sound of that gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. That piece of evidence. I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Oh, it was the balloon. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. Take that. I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? I may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there's no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you could figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled into popping the balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? He's so sad! Look at him, he's so sad! Look how droopy his eyes are, oh my goodness! He's so sad. Because he was fooled into thinking a balloon was a gunshot. Or is he sad because a balloon got popped in a courthouse? I don't know. That's true. One doesn't usually think of balloons in conjunction with courthouse. I want to trade these coins with you. That's it. That balloon that girl was holding, it explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There's still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation for this case. Ah, I thought that was gonna be to be continued. Come on! This was supposed to be shorter than last time. Okay, no. Gumshoe's probably gonna be the last one we talk to. It's fine. Gumshoe's gonna be the last one. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal, I ain't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that. No, I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? No, I'll be the judge of that. I'm the person playing the game. And... oh, shit! Oh no, I just realized something! Hold on, one second. Wait, just one second. Give me... One sec. Hold on. Okay, wait, no, I'm advancing the plot. Wait, hold on. No, I'll be the judge of that, because I'm a lawyer. Look, I have a badge. I have a lawyer badge. So I'll be the judge of that. I forgot. I didn't wear the badge for the last stream either, and I forgot to put it on this one too. But we'll have it for the second half, because I'm gonna be the judge of whether Gumshoe's guilty or not. And I say he gets the electric chair. Oh wait, I didn't read that. Yeah, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe. I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember that you are not on trial. This is all part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. There we go. However, if you should give false testimony... Yow! My whip will eject loud and clear. If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood? I gotcha, pal. Thinking back at the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. So we need to prove that Kay was in the hallway. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard for the lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. Okay, no, that was true. He was in the hallway. He's still singing the same tired tune. In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information out I need out of him. Okay. Here we go. Courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. I'm just gonna press him on everything because I don't actually know what to object to. So it really was Detective Bad who called you down here? You bet it was, pal! I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone was out, and this call comes in. I want you down here in 1 minute flat, he says. I thought it was my big chance, my first case, so I made a mad dash down here. Although I couldn't exactly get here in a minute flat. So how long did it take you? About 10 minutes, I guess. What was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it? He was waiting for me down on the first floor of the entranceway, pal. And stand guard in front of lobby number 2.
Hold it.
And by he, you mean Detective Bad, of course. And this being my first time at a courthouse, he also walked with me to the first floor hallway from the defendant lobbies. And did you meet anyone along the way? Well, just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. When he heard from Miss Yu that Miss Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal. So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's. Okay, so nothing to object there. From the time I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time, so this is definitely what I need to press on. We need more information about the hallway. You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, it is not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway. Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Very well, then. And what exactly does guarding the door entail? Well, to put it simply, all I know is my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Get him, Francisca. Get him. God, I need this to end. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we are all in shock, and in awe of your utter stupidity. Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell a more believable one. Youch! But I'm not lying! I should hurry up and bring this incepted testimony to a close. Till I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from lobby number 2 door. Okay. You didn't, did ya? You didn't, did ya? Objection! I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special spring rolls, Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall this sullied hallway bench. Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you cannot go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. You inconsiderate, slovenly pig. I promise to clean it up later, I swear. Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move a single step away from in front of that door. If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get that bench dirty with your grubby hands? Ouch! It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job, so I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying. That's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. That last statement, it may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Oh, of course not. I have nothing else to hide, pal. Objection! Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it is true, pal, I swear there's nothing else! Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Huh? Remind me again, pal? That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack, And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check, Isn't that right, Oh... Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that? I told you, I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. Well, there's no one who could help me buy it. Well, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. How? What proof do I have? Balloon! Take that! What the heck is that? I know you really have anything. Your prosecutors are all the same. Oh, wait. What do you mean? I thought it was the balloon. I thought it was the balloon. Okay, wait. Proof of the second person, Oh, is it the Swiss roll itself? It must be the Swiss roll. Take that. Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal. I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, that means you must have stolen it, you thief! Well, I would never do such a thing. Oh, you liars are the same. You started out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh. There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but then you gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You had it all wrong. I ate both of them. Oh no, not again! Okay. Oh, we were able to stop her that time. It would appear that we've caught you at last. And don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. It would appear that they do know each other after all. So why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? I have a name, it's Kay. Kay what? Kay Faraday. Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? I'm not you, I'm Kay. Kay. You know, good little girls don't kick other people, especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Well then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister. Hey, that wasn't me. Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. What a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong. Okay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Rawr! Okay. Now then, Kay. She's like a stray cat. I wonder if I should feed her something. Here you go. Take that. Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. Oh, it's visceral! It really belongs to you though, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy. Aww. Aww. Yeah. Oh my. Your father, he's, don't you say another word, pal! She doesn't know yet! Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking about how Daddy, he's not here anymore. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna... Aww... Cry... Aww... It's alright. Let it all out. Your father just passed away, after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed to fine ash that nightmarish day. Even now the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us. Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? You're right. Sorry about that. Okay, how about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Honk! Oh, right into his ruffle. Right into his ruffle. Oh, I'm taking a screenshot of this. That's hilarious. That's really funny. No, my cravat! Don't blow your nose on that! I feel better now, thanks. Oh god, we're still going. Okay, are you going to be alright? Yep, I'm already alright. Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers. And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right? That's not a good promise. That's not a good promise. Don't promise people that. Cry when you need to. That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still gonna keep all my promises. You're a very brave girl, Kay. You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry, just for you. That's nice, Francisca. That's very nice. Thank you very much, lady. Ha, it's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all. It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Okay. Kay, what kind of person was your father? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are, in a sense, as the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Oh, I want to be a hero of justice someday just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. I see, and what have you been working hard on? I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. Aww. A promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay? Sure, okay. It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writings conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Alrighty. That's good to have. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard to become a hero just like your father. I'm gonna try! Hey Kay, so I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too! I love her full body nod. Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy. Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too! Yes, and thanks to your oh-so-heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. Gummy is not a bad man, okay? Oh, that poor judge. He's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. Yeah, we're friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? God, this chapter was supposed to be shorter than the last one. It's about to be just as long. So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier. Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw the Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway, staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. And when was this? Before everything got crazy. How long were the two of you together? We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways. That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means... we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, is that right? Ah, you got me! I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister! Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Swiss rolls? Give her Swiss roll back. Were you the one that bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Well... I didn't really have a lot of money. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one. Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why, Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. Need to remind you that you're the one already under arrest. Ouch! It sounds like Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question. Sorry about your roughly thing. Huh. Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one. But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger. Ah, so it's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct? Yeah, look, see? It's right here on this page. Promise number 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise number 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet. Okay, Daddy never said I could borrow things from strangers. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kay in that hallway. Oh. Girl, I told you to stop being mean to Gummy. Hold it. Miles Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve. A beg your pardon? You still haven't offered an explanation as to why that man would lie to us, That's... well... Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake, Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why, So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation. His reason for lying is very simple. What? Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious that the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show exactly why. Which one? Hold on, let me look at this. Promise number 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise number 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. Promise number 3, always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise number 4, never cry in front of strangers. Promise number 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Kay, be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Love, your daddy. Is it the balloon? Why is he lying for Kay? The balloon hasn't come up yet. I feel like it has to be the balloon. This isn't it. No, it's not this. Is it the... I don't know what I'm supposed to be presenting. Yeah, we don't need to enter that into the court record at this time. Yep. Oh god, and it's taking so long to get past this. Okay, lied for Kay's sake, and why? Is it the promises? Okay, never take things from... Oh, promise number 1, never take things from a stranger, that's why. Because she took the Swiss roll from Detective Gumshoe. Take that! Mr. Faraday in Kay's promise notebook. How does this explain anything? If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What a fool of a foolish reason for a fool. Yow! Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you? Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why. Gummy! At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Yes, there's no being you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah. But then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But I only had $1 in coins. So we pulled my 5 and her 1 together. And bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So the Gummy said, Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. She didn't really get it from me, you know? He told me it'd be okay, and he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together. Yep, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, Kay, I believe this also belongs to you. Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon... I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. At least it wasn't an accident. Because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. Oh wow, you really got me there, pal. Aw, look at them! They're so cute! So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. So you kicked me, is that it? You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister. It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. What about the Swiss roll? Would it be alright with you? If I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders. Objection! Oh, hi. Oh god, I gotta drink water. Why is this just as long as the other one? It was supposed to be shorter. Actually, this proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe was the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean? It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl but pensioned for whipping people. Well, how dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here at a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away. Whoa! Girl! Yeah, you run, Kay. Run! Get away! Kick him in the nuts, Kay! What, Miss Callisto, you? That girl is Mr. Faraday. I know. So what, You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to run wild around the crime scene, Hey, we'll be a little nicer to her. You want the bailiff to remove her from the courthouse? Her dad just died and now she gets kicked onto the street? Girl. I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however. As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue on hand. Oh, that was you. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see, isn't it obvious the guy could only be the detective? He's the only person who could have gotten to lobby number 2 at the time of the murders, Gah. I have no counter-argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. I was gonna speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is. As someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. God. Ooh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting someone lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Avant Karma. Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. Okay, bye you. So, we're back to square one. Actually, this is our last chance. I could tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. Oh, okay, it's done. It's done. Thank fuck. Yes, please, save my progress. Okay. God. Alright. Oh, my throat's dying. Alright, everyone. that'll be the end of the stream. It sounds like there's gonna be, like, maybe one more chapter of this, maybe two. Hopefully by the time I play that one, my throat will be feeling better. But, it's not gonna be next week, probably the week after. Next week, on Monday, I actually have a very special stream, because it's gonna be my birthday stream. So look out for that one, if anybody made it to this part of the stream. Alright, yes, that'll be the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!